Welcome to In Demand Immigration. We will be focusing the month of August on speaking to women with influential, inspiring stories in their journeys of recruitment and immigration. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow our YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook channels for the latest updates to keep you informed. Awesome. Thank you so much, Zuvarashe, for joining us. So for everybody, this is Zuvarashe Chisango. She is an internal auditor and a client of In Demand New Zealand. We are super, super excited to have her with us for our Women's Month special. She is a Tier 1 green list occupation, document ready, and really we're up and out and ready to go through that job process. So before we get into all those details, the main focus here is, you as a woman in the finance industry. And I just want to ask you a few questions to, give some inspiration out there. So Zuvarashe, first thing, if you can maybe give me a little outline of what inspired you to go into the finance industry.
The fact is that growing up, I've always had like a passion for maths and numbers. It's always been like my stress-free place. So that's how I ended up getting into a career of finance. And because I enjoy doing it, I think that's the most important thing. I think I believe that to get the best version of yourself, you have to be doing something that you enjoy, and this is something I passionately enjoy, and that's how I'm here.
Amazing. I know a lot of people aren't a fan of the math side of things, but I'm glad we have people like you, Zuvarashe. So, I mean, I see you've got over, you've got over 8 years of experience in the industry. I wanted to ask, in your career,
Yes.
can you share your biggest achievement in your career and why?
I would say that my biggest achievement is the time when I joined the first company I joined when I graduated. Um, it it was a company that was in property, but they were working with a real estate agent. And I managed to move them from managing their properties through real estate agents to managing their properties themselves. And I set up an accounting system, and that more than doubled the income, cutting out the costs that were involved with having a real estate agent managing the properties, and the fact that the direct communication between this company and tenants brought about more income in terms of rental. The real estate agent was undercharging rent. So that was a huge achievement for me. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, everybody loves it when you can make more money. And
Definitely.
finding out that leak in revenue is really important. So that's an awesome achievement. Well done on that. And then Zuva, just the last question to
Thank you.
wrap up here. So for for future women who wanting to go into the finance industry and just women in the professional corporate world today, what advice do you have for women who want to pursue a profession in the finance industry?
I think, first of all, be sure that it is a passion for you. I think, like I mentioned before, you only get the best version of yourself when you're doing something that you enjoy. I would also advise that, we should be prepared to ask the next successful lady about how they got there. And, we learn from those people to get to greater places in our careers. And then I would also say that they need to be determined to achieve their goals and objectives. And self-motivation. We're in a modern world where women are being, well respected. It's no longer, a gender issue anymore. You can be anything and you can work anyway. So we ought to take advantage of that and work towards that. Yeah, I think
Absolutely.
and it's never too late to work on your career. Like you mentioned, I'm studying my ACA. I'm 38. I feel sometimes when people hear that, they may say I started late, but I feel it's never too late to work on your career. There's a lot of growth opportunities out there, so that's my advice. Yeah,
100%. And I mean, just to add to your, I want to pick a little bit here, but I find motivation is quite difficult
yeah,
these days. We've got so many distractions with social media and all the different platforms. How do you keep motivated
yeah.
yourself?
I guess I think maybe for me it would be my family. It's my kids. We're also trying to get them to grow up in an environment where they are also motivated. So when they see me being determined, working hard, trying to achieve my goals, and the praise that they give me, even my husband, you can tell that, oh, it's also motivating them. So I feel, that does help with the self-motivation. You always have to constantly remind yourself why you're doing it and for who you're doing it. And it should always be for yourself at the end of the day.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Zuva. That was amazing. And I look forward to sharing this information out there.